Hello YouTube, welcome to Home and Garden Fix and Tricks. I'm Michael. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about the housing situation in Jamaica. We have a terrible housing shortage in Jamaica and how the government could solve this problem overnight. Stay tuned. Now before we start the video, I'm going to ask you just to take the time out to share the video and like it and comment. Take part in the comment section, because I remember guys, if you don't do that then YouTube don't push the video. So please, I'm going to ask you to just share the video right now. Alright. So let's talk about the housing shortage in Jamaica. We have a serious housing shortage in Jamaica, but we don't have a housing shortage. Serious, don't. What do I mean by this? A lot of houses is being built by private developers, but they are out of the reach of the common, ordinary Jamaican citizen. If you look in town, if you look in Portmore, a number of units are going up, right? But they are not being purchased by ordinary Jamaican citizens who need house. They are being purchased by persons living in the diaspora. Some persons in the diaspora, they know what I'm talking about. They have 3, 4, 5 houses all over Jamaica. And what they do now, they are involved in short-term renting. Right? What do I mean by short-term renting? Here they call it Airbnb. Here bed and breakfast. So what they will do, they will have these houses, they set them up, they have somebody to stay here and host them. And when the guests come, they host the guests and they get their payment. So that's how they are doing it now. Not even on the long-term rental market you can find houses. Well, houses are there, you know, but most of them are on the short-term rental market, the Airbnb. And so therefore the ordinary Jamaican citizens can't benefit from these houses. And I'm talking about these are Jamaicans that would be overseas, living overseas, and some of them are damn well using their NHT benefit to purchase some of these units. And at the end of the day, they are not living here, they are not benefiting, and the persons who are here not benefiting. So if you ask me, something is critically wrong with the housing market in Jamaica. And I think the housing portfolio fall under the Prime Minister responsibility, and I think this is something that the Prime Minister needs to look into now, and that is why I wanted to share this video, so that the powers that be can see it and can act, because together we can make changes. But when me out here, the man in the wilderness talking, nobody now pay. So me do one video a day and 100 odd views you get on a housing development in Colbeck, St. Catherine. It becomes a white elephant. People go and watch that video. Please share it. 155 views. Alright? And that video is going 2 weeks now. The government started a housing development in Colbeck, and trust me, if you go there now, billions of dollars have been spent, and it just left to us deteriorate, bush up, and nothing to do. Over 7 years now, over 6 years now, nothing has been done. But anyway, we're now going to sidetrack from the video. So, as I say, people, we have a housing shortage, but we don't have a housing shortage. We have an oversupply of houses in certain areas in Jamaica, right? But the common man in Jamaica can't get them. The teachers, the police, the nurses, the market vendor who set aside a little money and throw their NHT cannot get a benefit to buy one of these houses, because the average price for these houses is 20 million up average, and so therefore it is priced out of the reach, out of the affordability of the ordinary people. So Mr. Prime Minister, please listen to the video, listen to what I am saying, because it makes sense. These people, your teachers and your police and your nurses, cannot afford, because they are giving each contributor $7.5 million. Even when they join with somebody, together they only can get $15 million. Most of these houses, a matter of fact, none of these houses that are being built can be purchased at that $15 million. None of them. Only the ones over in Catherine Estate that is selling the little matches box. And I don't encourage people to buy those houses, because they are very small to begin with. The lot size is around 2,000 square feet. How can you sell a person with a house with 2,000 square feet? That's rubbish. And where those houses are, nobody wants to go there and live. See them over there, bring people in the house and rob them on a thief and do all type of things. So anyways, remember now, I'm going to show you how the government can solve the housing problem. But we just have to rant a little bit. So the NHT, this is the business that the NHT in recent years under the management of this Prime Minister have been doing. I mean, political, but it's just the truth, and we have to state it. Prime Minister come and him beat up him chest and him promise us a lot of houses coming Yes, a lot of houses coming, but the ordinary Jamaicans cannot afford them because they are not affordable homes. And they are not even selling a lot. Because when Michael Manley envisioned the NHT, he envisioned the NHT to sell lot to the contributors, to me and you, so that we can buy a little land, who can buy the 2-bedroom or the 1-bedroom, start a home, and we can build something. If Jamaicans were getting lots to purchase, Jamaicans could use that lot and start a little house. Because it is affordable to build your own house. And when you build your own house in your community, it goes right back to the people in the community. Everybody benefit. Everybody win. The barber benefit. The hardware benefit. Miss Johnny round us a restaurant benefit. Everybody benefit. The woodwork man, the carpenter, the window man down the road. Everybody benefit. But the NHT now, I realize, is using these huge corporations to go in and build scheme. We call them developers. Right? And the only thing they are developing is their pockets. As be telling people, share the video because many people not going to like it because it's a raw, unadulterated truth and nobody is talking about. Everybody is just hunky-dory and be like business as usual. And it is not. Thank God we can buy a house on the open market. So as me say, the NHT has moved away from its mandate and the NHT is doing the Jamaican people a disservice. Go and look at the Colby Castle housing development. If you don't believe me, it is in Old Harbour, right where the Colby Castle is, right there. Started 2017, they did groundbreaking. The Prime Minister did groundbreaking there 2017 after the 2016 1 year after the 2016 general election. Road has put in, landscaping, everything was done, signage, everything put in, and then just leave it. Not even have the courage to sell those lots to the contributors so we could go there and build a house. I wanted to buy a house there and I could not buy a house there because the NHT started and don't complete it. I mean, most of the persons are the company that developer make millions off of the back of contributors and it round there on Woodland now. Who is highlighting that? As I say, I do the video now, 155 views it get. Go and watch it. Go and share it on my channel. Nobody's talking about these things. So I could go into the meat of the matter now. I give the advice to the government. 1. Reform the NHT so that the NHT stop using these expensive developers to build houses. That is the first one. Take the powers away from the NHT that it is giving these monies, lending these monies at a ridiculous interest rate to these developers, them friends in high places to build houses. Why when I tell them something, I'm nervous because it is just the truth. It is just the truth. Stop giving monies, they know themselves, to these huge developers. You're lending them money at ridiculous interest rate to build house, and when they build a house, they build them like a matches box and then sell them back to the contributors, to us, at some ridiculous rate. Out of most of us reach. Look, just take it and look at it, people. When last year NHT said build one scheme, really NHT scheme where you can go in and benefit. Most of these schemes are private developers, and these private developers get the money to borrow from NHT. I can't believe it. I can't believe I didn't know that NHT become a bank. I mean, if me as a private developer, I want to build a scheme, you're supposed to can go to the bank and get money, not to the NHT. And they're going to come and say, oh, it's a win-win, everybody benefit. No, everybody not benefit. The only persons who are benefiting is the developers. They are the only one lying in their pocket with millions of dollars off the backs of the taxpayers and the contributors. Us, free with money. So that is the first one. Stop lending money. NHT is not a bank. NHT is a trust. The National Housing Trust. It is there to build house and to sell land. House lot. To the contributors at a ridiculous, affordable interest rate. That is why it was set up by Mr. Manley. Not to be a bank. And sadly, the NHT has become a bank. The NHT has no interest in building house and developing scheme. And if you don't believe me, check up a callback. So that's the first thing they need to do. Second, the government now, what they need to do is to make sure that most of these lands, I'm saying start one program named LAMP. Right? LAMP. L-A-M-P. That's the acronym. How much of those persons in the rural area that are getting title under LAMP Make it that most of these lands in the rural, and everybody know me I talk about, everybody that live in a housing scheme now, in a rural or urban area rather, have land or have lands situated in a country area, what we call a rural area. But the only reason why they don't go back there is because of the infrastructure. There's no light, good road and so forth. And so therefore they are not willing to go back. So the government, what they need to do is to make the titles be readily available to these family members so that they can access the title. And three, improve the infrastructure in some of these areas. One place, we come from a place in Shantytown, right? Out of Woodall, that is where the former Prime Minister originated. That is Portia Simpson Miller. I'm not gonna lie, she tried to fix the road. But trust me, it run down. Not even donkey can walk on the road now because the bridge break down and blah blah blah. If that road did fix and water did run there, I'm not talking about water. Just light and good road. Tomorrow morning I go back to Shantytown, go build a nice house and live. And you just see the influx of people, the migration of people going back to that community to live. So that is one. That is what very low, we call it low hanging fruit to the government does. Just put in infrastructure, good road and water. Not even water, you know, because people can harvest their own water, you know. Good road, electricity, internet and these things back into these country areas, rural areas. And tomorrow morning you see how people can go back into these areas and then if they have the title for the land, they can build, go in a NHA and get them like a loan and build. And as I say, when you do it like this now, the local economy benefit because everybody are going to benefit. From the restaurant man to the hardware man round us, or to the woodwork man to the window man. Everybody will benefit. And take the money from these rich developers. All of a sudden, some developer in Jamaica become billionaires. Not even millionaires, no, billionaires. After the backs of Jamaicans. Because they are aligned with the NHT. And this is just the truth. People can hardly get a loan. You can hardly get a house lot loan now. When last the NHT develop a scheme, a housing project development, and just sell that? Just answer the question. And when you answer the question, you see the important of the video. Yeah? We need to beat them. Whenever time the Prime Minister and these people, election time come around and they are debating, these are the issues that we must debate. Instead of we are running up and down and talk about this and talk about that. And who brown from who black. And who are more Jamaican from who. These are the issues. These are the burning issues we must debate. These are the issues. How the NHT money is being how money is being spent through the NHT, we don't know. When last I say NHT develop a housing development or housing scheme and just sell housing lot, all of them are sell. Some look a house with giant together like a matches box. Right? And that is the most ridiculous thing. How you sell one house where a giant where the house. You're in your house and you can't use your body good to rot it. You can't do anything private because your neighbor over are here. The house giant, literally giant, and it's not an apartment complex. These are some of the uncivilized and immoral practices that the NHT have been just to be making money off the backs of the contributors. Right? These developers are running away with the billions of dollars that the NHT contributors are supposed to be benefiting from, and we not benefit. As I say, when last we get a piece of land to buy? Because as I say, when you give a man a piece of land, if you give a man a house lot loan to purchase a lot, him can take in like a time and building house and building dream house as big as possible because of him design it and conceptualize it. But when you sell a man a little matches box, right? For $18-20 million. By the time him done pay for that, he can't even have a bathroom good on it. He can't do nothing. By the time he done pay for that. He put him in a bankruptcy. And about to talk about the banks. Because I have a phone video come up on my next one. On my next pirate. The banks in Jamaica. When it comes down to real estate. Some ridiculous interest rate in charge of Jamaican people. So as I say, people, keep the discussion in the comment section. Because this one is critical. The NHT has moved away from its mandate. The NHT now operate for the ordinary poor man and poor woman in Jamaica. The ordinary citizen I talk about, the ordinary working class. It's not for us. And that is why I say we will never, some people will never get a benefit through the NHT. Never. Because the houses are outside of our affordability. We cannot afford it. While we have land in the country here where we could have go back to, just if the government did make it easier for us to get titles for those property. And if infrastructure did in them here so that we could have go back tomorrow morning, go build and use the very same interest rate. You know what they will do to Jamaica? This massive rural urban drift would have been reversed. And we see the effects of that, you know. Rural urban drift in Jamaica, you know. We have the effects, it is there. Overpopulation in some area. Just look down at Riverton and check the people who living in the Riverton community and ask them, most of them, where they're from, country. Why they end up at Riverton? Opportunities them are run down. And them have to end up down there. Which way, you know, if you did make it more accessible so people could have live a country and work a town, would have a very good public transportation system, then the government, the country would have better. And everybody win. But no, we have the resources pile up in one area, right? And then people are rush, and then people have to go live on gully bank and can't have proper sanitary convenience, so they have to go past them waste in a plastic bag and dash in at the gully. What a slum society. What a society. So Mr. Prime Minister, government of Jamaica, listen to the video because I think it makes sense. But we need this. We need this, Mr. Prime Minister. We need this. And the NHT need to be better managed in terms of that regard. Stop being a bank for these developers. Don't lend them the contributors money at ridiculous interest rate. And at the same time, you don't have that money to lend we. Because some people not going to benefit. You know, the only thing some people get from the NHT are they refund, you know, after 7 years. The only thing we're going to get back is that money after 7 years. Nothing else. Because we're not going to be able to qualify for a loan through the NHT. NHT start sell more house lot so that ordinary Jamaican can build their house. They have more pride when them conceptualize the house and then design it and do everything and then construct it and go live in it. They have more pride. More than you are build some like a scheme. We highlight house them in their resemblance. Highlight house them look alike. And you have to just buy one and live. You not even the one live just so. You can't even go choose a piece of lot where you did one. Come on, man. Do better than that. As I say, people, like and share the video, you know. We're not going to go continue to rant. But woman guiding fix and tricks, I'm Nigel. And remember, it is not in gathering the most, but it's in sharing the most that the most is received. Peace.